The Deva Path. The Deva Path is the strongest and most important of the 6 paths of pain controlled by Nagato. It acts as his main body and the one he uses to interact with the world, essentially serving as the public leader of the Akatsuki. The body belongs to Yahiko, Nagato's childhood friend and the original founder of the Akatsuki. After Yahiko's death, Nagato made him one of the 6 paths. This was symbolic, allowing Yahiko to remain the face of the organization and the god meant to bring peace to the world. Nagato primarily used the Deva Path to lead meetings, give orders to Akatsuki members, and represent the group. During the extraction of tailed beasts, the Deva Path also acted as the focal point for the ceiling statue of the Outer Path. The Deva Path's main ability is controlling attractive and repulsive forces. These powers are extremely destructive but share a cooldown period between uses. Almighty Push creates a powerful repulsive force that can blow away objects, people, or even ninjutsu. It can be used defensively to block attacks or offensively to destroy everything nearby. At full power, Nagato can channel enough chakra through the Deva Path to destroy an entire hidden village, though this leaves the body unable to use its abilities for a longer period. Universal Pull is the opposite of Almighty Push. It creates an attractive force that pulls targets toward the user. This is often used to drag opponents in for a finishing attack or stop them from escaping. The Deva Path's ultimate technique is planetary devastation. Nagato creates a small black sphere of gravity and sends it into the sky. The sphere pulls in earth, rocks, and even living beings, forming a massive satellite-like structure. This technique is mainly used to capture extremely powerful opponents such as a Jinchuriki in their tailed beast form. Unlike the other paths, the Deva Path can also hover and fly, reinforcing its godlike image and giving it a major advantage in battle. The Asura Path. The Asura Path is the most combat-focused and visually striking of Nagato's 6 paths of pain. While the other paths rely more on spiritual abilities or chakra-based techniques, the Asura Path specializes in mechanical enhancements and raw firepower. The body used for the Asura Path originally belonged to a tall, bald puppet master whom Jiraiya encountered during his travels. In life, he was a wandering ninja who believed peace could be achieved through military strength. After his death, Nagato turned his body into the Asura Path and implanted chakra receivers to control it remotely. The Asura Path's defining ability is mechanization. It can summon layered mechanical armor and deploy a vast arsenal of ballistic weaponry, effectively transforming the body into a living war machine. It can generate up to 6 arms for close quarters overwhelm and split its face into 3 sections, each bearing a different expression. Extending from its lower back is a serrated, flexible, blade-like tail designed for mid-range combat and surprise attacks. Its ranged capabilities are equally devastating. The Asura Path can fire its forearms as high-speed projectiles known as flaming arrow missiles and launch compact, high-explosive rockets from its shoulders or calves. By opening the crown of its head or exposing its chest cavity, it can release massive blasts of concentrated chakra powerful enough to level multiple buildings in a single discharge. To enhance mobility, the Asura Path is equipped with chakra-powered thrusters in its legs. These allow for rapid bursts of speed, high jumps, and quick gap-closing maneuvers despite its heavily armored structure. Within the coordinated framework of the 6 paths, the Asura Path functions as the heavy artillery unit and frontline tank. It is typically the first to engage in direct combat, overwhelming opponents in taijutsu with its additional limbs, hidden blades, and sheer physical dominance. Because of its mechanical internal structure, it possesses extraordinary durability. It can continue operating even after sustaining damage that would instantly kill a normal human, often positioning itself as a protective shield for more vulnerable paths such as the Naraka or Preta Path. The Human Path. The Human Path is one of the most specialized and deadly bodies among Nagato's 6 paths of pain. It doesn't have the large-scale destructive power of the Deva Path or the heavy weaponry of the Asura Path, but it is extremely effective for interrogation and quick executions. The body used for the Human Path originally belonged to a shinobi from the hidden waterfall village. He was a tall man with long, loose hair. After becoming one of the 6 paths, he was given the Rinnegan and had black chakra receivers pierced through his nose and ears, allowing Nagato to control him remotely. The human path's abilities focus on soul extraction and memory reading. Unlike the other paths, it must make physical contact to use its power. By placing a hand on a person's head or chest, it can pull the victim's soul out of their body. Once the soul is fully removed, the target dies instantly. The process is extremely fast, making escape nearly impossible if the human path secures a solid grip. While extracting the soul, the human path also gains access to all of the victim's memories and secrets. Compared to traditional interrogation methods used by the Leaf Village, which can take hours or days, the human path can obtain complete information within seconds. In battle, the human path mainly serves two purposes. First, it is the primary intelligence gathering tool. During the search for the Nine Tails, it was used to read the minds of Konoha ninja to locate Naruto. Second, in group fights, it usually stays on the edge of the battlefield, relying on the shared vision of the Rinnegan to find an opening. Because its touch guarantees instant death, it forces enemies to keep their distance, giving the other paths more room to attack and apply pressure.
The Naraka Path.
The Naraka Path is one of the most mysterious yet strategically essential components of Nagato's 6 Paths of Pain. While it is not a frontline combatant like the Deva Path, its role on the battlefield is critical. It functions as both a divine judge and the primary restoration unit for the other paths. The body used for the Naraka Path originally belonged to a tall, muscular man who appeared to be a religious priest or spiritual leader. In life, he was shown preaching to a crowd, emphasizing prayer and devotion. After his death, Nagato incorporated his body into the 6 Paths, embedding it with black chakra receivers and granting it the Rinnegan, allowing it to share vision with the other bodies. The Naraka Path's power revolves entirely around summoning the King of Hell. This enormous demonic head rises from the ground surrounded by purple flames. It remains invisible to anyone who does not possess the Rinnegan or sufficient spiritual perception. As an interrogator, the Naraka Path is absolute. When it restrains a target, the King of Hell manifests and forces the victim's tongue, symbolizing their life force and truth, to emerge. The Naraka Path then asks a question. If the victim lies or refuses to answer, the King of Hell devours the tongue, resulting in instant death. If the victim tells the truth, they are spared, though often left physically drained. However, the Naraka Path's most dangerous ability is restoration and resurrection. If one of the other paths is damaged or destroyed, the Naraka Path can place the body into the King of Hell's mouth. After a brief period, the body is expelled, fully restored, and combat ready. As long as the Naraka Path remains active, the 6 Paths of Pain are functionally immortal. Within the hierarchy of the 6 Paths, the Naraka Path serves as a support and utility unit. Because it can revive the others, Nagato typically keeps it protected or positioned in the rear during combat. During Naruto's invasion of Konoha, he quickly realized that the Naraka Path had to be eliminated first. Otherwise, defeating the other paths would be meaningless, as they could simply be restored.
The Preta Path.
The Preta Path is one of the 6 bodies Nagato uses to channel the power of the Rinnegan, and it functions as the ultimate defensive unit within the 6 Paths of Pain. The first body used for the Preta Path originally belonged to a shinobi from the Hidden Grass Village. In life, he struggled to provide for his family and wrestled with feelings of inadequacy and unfulfillment. This background parallels the Buddhist concept of the hungry ghost realm, which the Preta Path is named after. Beings defined by endless consumption and insatiable hunger. The Preta Path's primary ability is chakra absorption in nearly any form. It can absorb what is effectively an unlimited amount of chakra-based attacks. By generating a 360-degree spherical absorption field around its body, it can completely nullify ninjutsu, whether it's a Rasengan or large-scale elemental techniques. Any chakra that comes into contact with this field is immediately absorbed. If the Preta Path makes direct physical contact with an opponent, it can forcibly drain chakra straight from their body. This leaves the target severely weakened or even incapable of using further techniques. The absorbed chakra is not wasted. It can be transmitted back to Nagato or redistributed among the other paths to restore their stamina or repair damage. In battle formations, the Preta Path serves as the group's human shield. Because all 6 paths share a linked field of vision through the Rinnegan, it can position itself with perfect timing to intercept incoming ninjutsu ninjutsu aimed at the other bodies. Its mere presence alters the battlefield dynamic, forcing opponents to abandon standard ninjutsu entirely and rely on taijutsu or senjutsu instead, since conventional chakra-based attacks are simply consumed.
The Animal Path.
The Animal Path is one of the most versatile and strategically indispensable bodies within the 6 paths of pain. Its core function is battlefield domination through overwhelming numbers and large-scale summoning techniques. The Animal Path is unique among the 6 paths because it is the only body that was replaced during the series. The first Animal Path originally belonged to a shinobi of the Fuma clan. He was a tall man with a ponytail whom Jiraiya encountered years earlier during his travels. After this body was defeated and sent to Konoha for autopsy, Nagato replaced it. The second Animal Path was the corpse of a young woman named Ajisai. This is the version most prominently seen during Pain's assault on the Hidden Leaf Village. Unlike conventional shinobi who require blood offerings and hand signs to perform the summoning jutsu, the Animal Path can summon creatures instantly and without any blood sacrifice. This alone makes it tactically superior to standard summoners. Beyond offensive pressure, the Animal Path also functions as Nagato's transportation hub. It frequently summons the other 5 paths to a specific location, allowing Nagato to instantly consolidate his forces and centralize attacks. The creatures summoned are not ordinary animals. Each one possesses black chakra receiver piercings and the Rinnegan, meaning they are directly controlled by Nagato and share the same linked field of vision as the 6 paths. This removes blind spots and makes coordinated attacks nearly flawless. Each summon also has a specialized trait that makes it uniquely difficult to counter. The giant multi-headed dog is arguably the most dangerous summon. Every time it is struck or cut, it splits and grows additional heads, making brute force almost useless against it. The giant drill-beaked bird can fly at extreme speeds and dive bomb targets with its sharpened beak, easily destroying structures. The giant chameleon can turn completely invisible. The Animal Path can hide inside its mouth, launching surprise attacks while remaining undetected. The giant panda is purely defensive, with stone-like durability that allows it to absorb explosive and physical attacks as a living shield. The giant crustacean can use water-style techniques, specifically Wild Bubble Wave, capable of clearing obstacles and countering fire-style attacks. Within the shared vision network of the 6 paths, the Animal Path serves as the battlefield destabilizer. By flooding the area with massive, effectively immortal summons, it forces opponents into constant crowd control and survival mode. This pressure creates openings for decisive attacks from more lethal paths such as the Deva Path or the Asura Path. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more.